Hi friends, I'm Victoria. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here today. It is Friday, it is the start of a weekend and the start of a new reading vlog. I'm thrilled because this video is going to feature werewolf books. I'm so excited. I talked about this in my November TBR, how I read a graphic novel about werewolves in October called Full Shift. And I really enjoyed it, and I realized I just don't read enough about werewolves. Like, I don't know why. I love vampires so much, and I feel like werewolves are kind of adjacent to that in a way. And yeah, I was like, I need to just do a full reading vlog about werewolves. So that's what we're gonna be doing this weekend. I have a handful of books. I was really struggling to decide on what to read. I think I've narrowed it down to a good number. The first one sounds like a general fiction, but it is written by Stephen Graham Jones, so I do feel like there will be a horror element here. And this one is called Mongrels. So in this one, we're following a young boy. He's a werewolf, his family are werewolves, and they continue to have to move from town to town because they're werewolves and are struggling. They live in poverty and they have a hard time. It says that we're watching our character coming of age in a world that fears him and hates his family, but it says that his family may be more monstrous than he could ever be. And it does say that this is like a past and present kind of story. We're going to two timelines, which I really enjoy sometimes. So I'm curious to see how this goes. The next one I'm totally late to the party on, and that is Such Sharp Teeth by Rachel Harrison. Now, this one we have a young woman who is transformed into a werewolf after she returns back to her hometown. And when she is attacked by this werewolf, it says that she miraculously survives this attack, but she looks and feels different. She's naturally strong with an aversion to silver, and suddenly the moon has her in its thrall. Sounds fun, a little silly, a little funny, a little cozy, as most Rachel Harrison books are. And yeah, I've heard good things about it, and I feel like I'm just like making my way through Rachel Harrison's books at this point. So might as well read this one too. The next one is called Bored Gay Werewolf by Tony Santarella. This one sounds so fun. We are following this character named Brian. He's a werewolf. It says that he's a slacker. He's just living life. He's working shift work and, doesn't really like to do much at all. He just likes to lay around with his friends. And much like the title, he's a bored gay werewolf, and that's who he is. But he also has this friend named Tyler that is another werewolf. And Tyler is kind of rebellious, and it sounds like Tyler has a plan to expand the pack. And it says that these plans are much more nefarious than our main character Brian had initially thought. So I'm curious how bad and how far this goes. It's general lit fic, maybe a little bit horror, like if the plans are like about murdering more people or turning a lot of them. I don't know. Sounds fun, short, and right up my alley, so I love that. I have two graphic novels checked out right now. I have Mooncakes by Suzanne Walker, which is super popular, and this one is a YA queer kind of fantasy, and we're following this witch who works at this bookstore. She comes across her childhood crush in the woods battling a demon, and her crush is actually a werewolf. And they're having to work together to solve this issue. It says that it's against the backdrop of witchcraft, untested magic, occult rituals, and family ties, both new and old, in this enchanting tale of self-discovery. Sounds cute, wholesome, fun, cozy, and perfect for this time of year. So yeah, it sounds really good. I want to read both of these graphic novels. Okay, I don't know. We'll see what we can do. The next graphic novel I have is called Squad by Maggie Tokuda Hall. This is another YA fantasy, little queer graphic novel, and it says that it's Pretty Little Liars meets Teen Wolf. It says in this sharply funny and patriarchy smashing graphic novel. We're following this new girl at school, and she gets invited to join her high school's most popular clique. And it turns out she can't believe their secret, which sounds like they are actually werewolves. It sounds fun. It says that their prey is slimy boys who take advantage of unsuspecting girls. Iconic. And it says that our main character Becca realizes that she might have feelings for one of her new best friends. It also mentions Riverdale in here, which, yeah, I'm into. Does anyone else love to hate watch Riverdale? The first season is actually phenomenal. Like, I absolutely love the first season of Riverdale, and I still love all the other seasons afterwards, but they are bad. They're so bad, but they're so bad that they're good, and they're so camp, And it's just so silly and ridiculous that I love it so much. Riverdale is one of those things that I'm like, I don't know how it ended up being what it ended up being, but I loved it. It's so bad. But anyway, I feel like I've been chatting for forever about these books because I had 7 billion of them that I want to read. And, you know, I'm not going to get to all of them. I need to be realistic here. But I have them all checked out. Luckily, all these were at my library. And the longer ones, I was able to get both the audiobooks and the ebooks without a wait. So love that for me. Very excited about that. I just got off work. Well, not just, a little bit ago, I filmed a video. But tonight we're going to see Heretic. I'm really excited. I've been wanting to see it and it sounds so good. The reviews look really good and yeah, I can't wait. So I'll let you know how it is. And then we have Friendsgiving tomorrow and then a comedy show on Monday. So a handful of things this weekend, nothing too wild. Other than Friendsgiving and that show, I'm trying to not do anything else this weekend at all. I'm trying to sit and read. I think I'm gonna sit, start reading, and read until we end up leaving to go eat. And I will let you know how Heretic is. I'm so excited. Hi everyone, it's the next morning. I am about to go into a cycle class, but I wanted to give you an update real quick because I'm like 50% into Mongrels and I was like, I need to update y'all before I keep reading because I'm going to read in the hot tub at the gym. But last night we went to see Heretic. I'm going to go further into that later. I have thoughts. I did like it. And then we came home, got home at like 9:30. We had popcorn for dinner basically. We ate a ton of popcorn at the movies, got a pineapple Sprite Zero. It was very tasty. And then I sat and I scrolled and that's most of what I did. But I did have quite a bit of time between my last update and before we had to go to the movies. I think I read for almost 3 hours-ish. So that was good. And I got pretty far into the book. Let's talk about it. I am liking it. It's very much character focused and character driven. We're following our main character through 2 timelines. We're like seeing him when he grew up and when he was younger and not really turning yet as a werewolf, but just like learning things about what being a werewolf is. They have tons of rules and things they need to follow and just like things they need to be aware of that could be very dangerous for them. And then we're following him present day as he's older and he's just kind of like traveling around with his aunt and uncle trying to survive. They're very poor and they're struggling and yeah, they're just trying to make it. It really just keeps like finding out more and more about his past and his family's past and where they've come from. It's interesting. It's not scary at all. I mean, we have werewolves and there's a few like kind of high stakes moments and stories that we are learning about, but overall pretty tame. It is an interesting way of looking at a werewolf story because it's almost just like they are kind of normal people, but they're werewolves and they are just trying to make it through life, not get caught, not do harm to themselves because they kind of lose control of themselves when they're werewolves. And it's hard because it's like they are good, they want to do good, but they can't help from doing bad things as well. And our main character, his mom actually passed away whenever she was giving birth, and that seems to be a curse on this family. But there's so many different little nuances to being a werewolf in this that are really unique and really interesting, and I'm liking it a lot. So far so good. I have no idea where it's gonna go. I don't know if it's gonna amp up a bit. I kind of hope so, but yeah, if it stays just focused on this boy and him older and him coming to terms with like who he is, I'm okay with that too. So we shall see. But I gotta go. I gotta get into this class. Okay, I just got out of the gym. Why am I out of breath? I did a cycle class. It was fun. I haven't done a cycle class in a few months. It's one of those things where if you stop doing it and then you go back, your butt hurts so bad for a few days. Like, the soreness is so real. When you go a lot, you get used to it and it doesn't get sore anymore. But when you stop and then you go back, you're like, oh my God. And then you have to like wait a few days to do another cycle class, and it's a whole thing, but it's fun. And after that, I went to the hot tub, sat and read for like 30 minutes. It was really nice. Then I showered and washed my hair, and yeah, got it all dried, and well, mostly dry, but I forgot a brush. Well, I thought I had a brush in my gym bag. Must have taken it out at some point, and I used a hair clip, like the side of a hair clip, the little claws, to brush my hair out, which worked surprisingly, but it was a struggle a little bit, and my bangs are wonky, but that's okay. At least I had something that would semi-work, because I don't know what I would have done otherwise, but my hair would have been a tangled mess. Let's talk Heretic. It was a bit different than what I was thinking it was going to be. I love the idea of, we have these women that are missionaries in the LDS church, and they're going from door to door trying to recruit people into the church. I love that idea. And then, like, I mean, that's dangerous. Like, it is dangerous. And, you know, these women really trying to do good, and then they come across this really unhinged, unwell person. Hugh Grant, he really talks about religion. There are a few parts where I was like, okay, he's on to something. Me and Drew both said the same thing that we thought was going to happen, but it wasn't that. It ends up taking this turn. Girls have to make this choice. And once they do, things really get wild, because it goes in a area I just did not think it was going to go. And I thought it was really clever, and I liked it a lot. It was satisfying in the end. And yeah, there were quite a few surprises, and it's very tense. Like, it's tense to watch, like that claustrophobic, like, oh my gosh, get out kind of feel. And I really had a fun time. So I definitely recommend it, especially if you are like interested in like religion as a whole, or you like grew up in religion. It's really interesting. I did get a bit further into Mongrels. I was reading at the hot tub, and then I have the audiobook as well. So then I was listening while I was like doing my hair and stuff. I think I'm like 70% in. It's kind of flying by. I thought it was going to be longer than this, but it's flying by. It was still kind of the same old, them learning, them being down on their luck, things going, you know, not quite well for them, and them just trying to make it. And then something just happened to where things have escalated quite a bit with one of the characters. So that's good. And I can't wait to see where it goes. So yeah, but I'm going to go home. We have Friendsgiving. It's 12:45 right now. We have Friendsgiving at 4. Drew's making vegan lasagna to bring, so I don't have to cook anything. That's what I like. And yeah, I am just going to go home, hang out, maybe clean a little bit, read. We'll see. Just have a chill day until we have to go chit chat and be around people for the night. I'm all ready for Friendsgiving. I did my Dashing Diva nails. I listened to the audiobook of Mongrels, and yeah, did my makeup and stuff. And I did finish the book. I have thoughts. I really liked it. I didn't love it. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I think I'm between 3.5 and 4, but I think I'm gonna go with 4. I wish it was just more high stakes, more actiony. I do like how we are seeing this person's life and the past and present timeline, and how he has really grown up and has never had stability, and how that's taken a toll on him, how it's taken a toll on his aunt and uncle. And it's so sad, because like everything is stacked against them, because being a werewolf is really hard. Like in this book, it is very hard and complicated. There's so many different rules and just like things that they have to think about, and then when they have shifted, they kind of just lose control of themselves and can't make any good decisions, and then that gets them into a mess, and it just keeps on spiraling and spiraling. There is a reveal at the end regarding this family and just like something kind of spooky happening in general. I don't know if spooky is the right word, but something bad happening that involves some of the werewolves. And I thought that was kind of clever and unique. And I was like, okay, I didn't see that coming. That's kind of cool. It's really just our character coming of age, learning who he is, learning about his family, learning the truth of what it's like to be a werewolf. And in the end, we do kind of get this full circle moment with some of the characters and our main character as well. I think there's a metaphor here, just like how where you come from and your childhood, you can have everything stacked against you and how hard that can make your life, and it can just totally impact who you are for the rest of your life and decide who you are for the rest of your life. And I think that's really interesting. And like I mentioned before, there's so many different things in this book about the werewolves and their rules and what they have to follow that I thought were really cool and smart. So yeah, I liked it a lot. I think I'm gonna go with 4 stars. If you're looking for something that's like werewolf, scary horror, this is not it. If you're looking for something that almost, I don't want to say that. I was gonna say like Twilight, where there's like a few moments where it's high stakes, but not really at the same time. I apologize to Stephen Graham Jones. I'm not comparing this to Twilight in that way. I just mean like the tone and the amount of action. I was trying to make a point, but then I embarrassed myself with referencing Twilight. So yeah, even though no hate to Twilight, I love me some Twilight. I'm sorry, you can hear our dishwasher, you can hear the cat's litter robot going off. There's all the background sounds right now. I am waiting for Drew. He went to the store and we still have like a bit on the lasagna, I think 15 minutes. And then once that's done and ready, we're gonna head on over to Friendsgiving. I'm really excited. I'm really hungry. I ate a sandwich when I got home, but I've been trying to hold off on snacking or eating anymore because I'm about to feast at this Thanksgiving. Because our friends that are hosting it, they're actually vegan. Well, the wife is vegan. And then we have a couple other friends in the group that are vegan. One usually brings vegan food, which is nice, and we can eat so much. I'm so excited. I will update you after Friendsgiving. It's Sunday morning. Friendsgiving was so fun. We had a blast. The food was amazing. Drew's lasagna was a hit though. Like everyone was loving the lasagna, so I was very happy for him. But yeah, had so much good food. We played some games. We played like trivia. I won trivia, well, not by myself, but kind of, because I had most of the answers. And we won, and we each got to pick a prize. And I picked this cute little mug. It's got some Christmassy dogs, and on the back it says Paula la la la. I was so happy about that. It was so nice to see everybody, and everyone had a really good time, and we ate good food, so no complaints there. This morning I woke up at 8. I was hoping I would sleep in a little later, but I did not. I was having such a hard time falling asleep last night, and I was like, it's okay, you can sleep in, it's Sunday. And then I woke up at 8 and that's all she wrote. So I feel like that always happens. But this morning I've just been sitting, drinking coffee, having a cozy time, and I read Mooncakes. I just finished it. I am in love with this graphic novel. Oh, it's so cute. It's just so cute. It's so wholesome. We are following this girl. She's a witch. Her grandmas own a bookshop, and it's just like a cutesy witchy bookshop. And then one of her friends from childhood, who is actually a werewolf, that moved away, they came back to town, and we find out that werewolves can sometimes have this wolf magic power that people can summon and take from them. And there's some bad witches out there trying to take their power away. So we have the werewolf and the little witch, and they are working together with the witch's family to try to save our werewolf from this horse demon and these bad witches. And it's very good. I really enjoyed it. It's just so wholesome, sweet, cozy, lots of cute food, lots of cute illustrations. It is set during fall. It's actually set during October, which perfect for Halloween time, but also just fall in general. And I loved it so much. I loved our characters. I thought this story was so sweet and wholesome and cozy fun, and it made my heart just like soar. So if you like pumpkin heads, you will love this. So give it a try. It's exactly what I needed for a nice, cozy, sweet start to my day. Yeah, made me so happy. So really good. The only complaint I had was like the resolution wrapped up super easily, but at the same time, I'm like, it's so low stakes, like everything. It's just such an easy, fun, sweet read that I was okay with that. Also a speedy read. I read it in like an hour, so perfect. And I am about to get ready to go to Solid Core. I have class at 11:30. I did start Such Sharp Teeth last night, and I'm probably going to listen to the audiobook while I get ready to go to class and on the way to class. So we'll see how far I get. I'm like only 10% in now, so I'm not even going to start to say anything about it. But once I get a little bit further, I will let you know. It's a beautiful day. We still have a few leaves left. I'm out of class. It was as hard as ever. But I feel good. I'm glad I went and worked out today. And I just drove to Barnes & Noble. I saw these candles that were like in ceramic books online. And I don't know if my store will have them, but they looked so cute. So I wanted to stop by and just kind of look around. I haven't been to Barnes & Noble in months, actually. Y'all know I'm not a big physical book girly, but I just wanted to go look around. And I have been listening to the audiobook of Such Sharp Teeth, and I'm 25% in. I'm really enjoying it. It's kind of funny because it's reading like a rom-com, but it's not a rom-com, if that makes sense. There's a lot of like comedy and like sisterly and like friendship kind of things. Our main character has recently gone back to her hometown to help her sister. Her sister is a few months pregnant, and her husband just like up and left and abandoned her like a big old asshole. So she needs help and support. And her sister's like, yeah, I'll take a leave from work and come home and help you out through the pregnancy. And pretty much right after she gets there, she goes out one night. She sees an old friend. They're hanging out, drinking, whatever. And she's on the way home. She hits an animal. And she gets out and she realizes that this animal is like already dead. Like this animal didn't die from my car. And this is like in the first few pages. And then while she's out there, she gets attacked. And she immediately like realizes, at first she's like, it's a bear. But immediately she's like, no, that's some kind of creature and something's wrong. And she gets attacked. She gets in the hospital. And what's interesting is that she immediately, like, she's not questioning anything or her judgment or like what happened. She's 100% certain. She's like, I was bit by something. She thinks it's a werewolf. And she's like, there's no doubts about it. Like, I was bitten by something and something strange is happening to me, which I like. I feel like a lot of times it's like there's a lot of guessing and really build up to be like, oh, is this really what happened? But no, immediately she's certain that something happened and something bit her. But she doesn't want to tell anyone because she's like, they'll put me in a, institution. So she's just keeping it to herself. I will say right now it's set during October. Like, we just had a Halloween party, which is really fun. And her and her sister, they have this really sweet friendship. And there's some other friends involved. And just like the conversations that we have, it's a lot of like lighthearted stuff so far with their convos. And they're funny. I literally laughed out loud a couple of times at just some things that they said together and just like their conversations. And our girl is catching feelings for this guy that she used to know when she was younger. And so there is a tinge of romance. It's funny because it's reading like a rom-com, even though we know it's not. It's like she's turning into a monster. But I'm loving that so much, and it's making me really happy. Definitely easy read so far, and I can't wait to see how it goes because we're like waiting for the next full moon to come, and she's like worried that, that's when things are going to go down. So can't wait for that. But she's, yeah, she's like noticing things about herself. Like her hair is nice and voluminous and soft and she's like stronger and just like strange things are happening. So far so good. I'm liking it a lot. Like I'm kind of surprised at how much I'm loving it so far. So yay. I'm gonna run into Barnes & Noble and let's see if we find anything.
This literally has 0 reviews on Goodreads. I'm curious.
They didn't have the candles I was looking for. That's okay, but man, they had so much cute stuff. Like their Christmas holiday section, so cute. They had so many like cozy little gifts. Didn't find anything that I had to have though. And yeah, I looked at the horror books. They had one, I guess one, two, like 3 shelves of horror. Almost one full shelf with Stephen King, but that's okay. Books from authors that are from Denver that I thought was really cool. I just scanned through all of the shelves and one of them caught my eye and it literally has no reviews on Goodreads. So that was kind of shocking to me. I don't know if I've ever really seen that happen, especially for a book that's at Barnes & Noble. So I'm gonna have to look into that more because it was a little novella and it sounded interesting. So who knows? But anyway, I'm gonna drive home. I am so hungry. So I need to go eat ASAP. It's Sunday night. After Barnes & Noble, I came home. I waited for Drew to finish watching the Cowboy game because I was so hungry and I wanted Fire on the Mountain, which is a wings place here, and they have vegan wings. We went, had some wings, had some tots, so tasty. Came back home, watched Harry Potter, where we just finished the 7th one. We finished the 7th. I turned on Day After Tomorrow. I kind of love that movie. It's so bad, but so good at the same time. I just turned that on to have it on in the background while I edited a video. And I've been editing, I don't know, a couple hours now. And I'm almost done. I am uploading it and just like doing like color correction and audio correction kind of things. And then I need to create the thumbnail and get it uploaded. And that's all I have to do. So what time is it? It's 10:21 now. So if I can get that done soonish, I wanted to watch Friendsgiving, the like serial killer movie that came out last year, the horror movie, because I haven't seen it yet and I was waiting to watch it around Thanksgiving. So maybe we'll watch it tonight. If not, we'll watch it at some point this week. I am 50% into such sharp teeth now. I'm loving it. There was a point where I was like, there's too much romance here, but then it quickly just like not went away, but it calmed down quite a bit. So that's good. And then our main character and her sister, their mother comes into town. And there's some really interesting like mother dynamics here that I can relate to heavily. And I'm just like getting a lot from that subplot and I'm really enjoying it. So I love that aspect of it. She has shifted for the first time. And I'm kind of wondering how far on this goes because I believe we're past October. I think we're in November now and she's waiting on the next full moon. And yeah, we're just like seeing how things progress and like her trying to figure crap out and she doesn't know what to do anymore, what her life is going to be going forward, if she can even have the same life. It's light, but it has a lot of good topics. I will say trigger warning for SA. There is some backstory with something there. Apart from that, It's pretty lighthearted, just in the kind of overall tone, except for that one subplot. But yeah, no complaints. I was about to complain with the romance, but then it chilled out, and I was like, thank goodness. Yay. It's Monday. I just got off work. I got so much done today. I'm feeling good. I still have a lot to do the next couple of days, but we have a short week at work. We're actually off. Well, we have a half day Wednesday, and then we're off Thursday, Friday for Thanksgiving. But last night I ended up having to stay up later. I stayed up till like 12:30 a.m. editing and uploading the video. And even now, I feel like there's something happened with my video where I don't know if it rendered weird. I don't know what happened, but I feel like it's a little pixely. And I don't know. No one said anything yet. So we'll see. Maybe it's just like in my head. I don't know. I just feel like something weird happened with the export or something. But I, exported it again and uploaded it again, and it looked the same, so I just didn't know what to do. So I just went with it. At 12:34 a.m., I was like, I just gotta call it. I think it's good. I think it'll be fine. So yeah, stayed up late, didn't read anymore last night, didn't watch Thanksgiving, but you know what that means? I can watch Thanksgiving this weekend. But of an update, I need to read, basically. I need to finish Such Sharp Teeth ASAP, like before we go to this comedy show tonight. And because it goes back to the library tonight at 8 p.m. So I gotta finish it. I think I can do it. And if I just like sit down now and start reading, I think I can make it work. And then we're going to see, gosh, what are their names? Jess McKenna, and I'll put it in here, but they do improv. So it's like an improv music show, and it's so funny. They have episodes on Dropout. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's like basically a subscription TV channel, but they just do like silly comedy shows, and it's so fun. And we're gonna go see them tonight, and that's not till 8 p.m. So I should have plenty of time to finish this book, I think. Just got home from the show. It was so fun. I still can't remember the guy's name, but the podcast that they do is Off Book, and yeah, they just do like improv musicals, and it's so fun. Had such a great time, and yeah, home before 10 p.m. That's the kind of show I like. Cheap after work, I got a phone call, and then I was on the phone for like 40 minutes, and then Drew got home, we ate dinner, we watched an episode of The Floor while we ate and just like sat for a second, and I did not get through the book. I got like 75% in, and it has returned back to the library, so let's see what happens. I don't know if I will need to recheck it out. If I can, I am unsure, but now I have to discover a way to read it that hopefully doesn't cost me money since I only have a little bit left. I will figure it out, and I will update you tomorrow. It's the next day. I just got off work. I need to go to the grocery store because now that I'm not going to Texas, I need to get a few things just for me to eat for Thanksgiving. And then tonight I need to edit a video. And I don't think I'm going to get to Board Gay Werewolf today, unfortunately, or in this vlog. I'm so sad because I'm really excited about it. It sounds so fun, but I just don't think I'm going to get to it. I think I could have finished it tonight if I didn't have a video to edit, but I have a vlog that I need to edit tonight to get up tomorrow. But I'm going to go to the store, get some things just for me because I'm just going to be alone this weekend. I am going to go to a friend's for Friendsgiving, so that's nice. I just want to say that a girl just ran a red light and then she flipped me off and acted like it was my fault. You ran a red light. I was just driving. Oh my God. friends, it's the next day. Last night I went to the grocery store, I went to Sprouts, then I went to Target to get a couple of things. Well, Sprouts didn't have vegan hot chocolate, and I got little mini vegan marshmallows, so I was like, I need hot chocolate. I knew Target had some, so that's why I went to Target. Swung by a good old Taco Bell and got some bean burritos for us. After eating, I sat and edited a video, and that took a long time. I edited until like 11:30. So yeah, that was most of my night. I'm just happy I got it done and got it uploaded. Was able to finish the book. I listened a little bit after bed, and then I listened a little bit today before I logged on to work, and I was able to knock it out. And I have to say, I quite liked this. It's different than what I anticipated it was gonna be. Like, it legit feels like a rom-com with a little sprinkling of spooky stuff, and you know, just some good like sisterly and family dynamics too that I thought was interesting. I'll say it's more romance than I thought it was gonna be, but in the end I was okay with it. And I think that this is a phenomenal book club read. Like, the whole time I was reading it, I was just like, this would have been a great pick for the book club because it has something for everyone. And it is fun. Like, the whole topic overall of like being a werewolf is fun. And I really liked our sisters, liked their relationship. They reminded me a lot of me and my sister, and like me being the werewolf. But I could just relate a lot to that, as well as her relationship with her mom. I felt very, I don't know, just seen by a lot of the things that it said about that relationship. I will say that in the end, I totally knew what was going on. I knew the twist. I knew what was happening. And that's fine. I was okay with that. I feel like that's kind of the thing with a lot of Rachel Harrison books, where they are like that cozy horror realm where it just has like a little bit of horror and nothing truly ever feels high stakes. A lot of the times it's just kind of like, it's mostly an easy read, and I appreciate that. Well, I will say that we don't get a ton of werewolfness. Like, it's like she'll turn, and you know, it's very quick because she kind of just loses herself during the transition and the shift. So not a ton of werewolf stuff exactly. So if that's what you're looking for and hoping for, just be aware of that. But yeah, great book club read. We actually do go through the Christmas holiday, so I absolutely love that. It's perfect for this time of year. If you're looking for a book that has like a sprinkling of Christmas, pick it up. I was just like, wow, what a perfect time to read this book. I'm going to give it 4 stars, simply because I didn't think it was the best thing ever written or the most unique story, but I had a really fun time, and I have a hard time thinking people would hate this. But anyway, I'm going to close out this vlog because it is Wednesday, and I'm going to start a new vlog very soon that's just Thanksgiving through the weekend. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for being here. You know, I appreciate you so much. I'm really grateful to just have this community to chat with and to talk about life and books and things. And it'll be past Thanksgiving when this is up, but I hope you have a nice holiday, whatever you're doing, or if you celebrate. I know Thanksgiving is a strange holiday, and I'm not the most fond of it, but it is nice to get with friends and family if possible. Thank you so much for being here. If you've read any of these, let me know. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me a lot. If you like bookish content, please subscribe. And I will see you next time. I hope you have an amazing, spooky rest of your day.